What up, Raffalitos? So we're approaching the midsection. It's not the middle, but closer to the middle than we were at Heroes Highway of this access road. And we want to see what solution they're applying to this intersection. Whether they're going to make a T-junction or whether they're just going to cut off this neighborhood. So these houses that you can see in the distance, those houses are part of the Windsor Estates, right? The Windsor Estates community. They're building multi-unit condominiums in the compound. On the other side here, this is Sheriff Housing Development. And we just entered this access road, which is close to traffic from Red Road. All right, they're actually rapidly building houses in this neighborhood. I promise to give you guys an update on housing in Guyana. I'm gonna have to make a series of videos on all the new housing developments in this neck of the woods. That is on the East Bank and the East Coast and so on. But for now, I just want to show you what is happening here at this access road that's being built to the bridge, the new Demerara River Bridge. Now I just show you what is happening at Heroes Highway where they're building it's another plane passing overhead. Let's see if you can catch it. That is probably heading towards Ogle Airport. Ogle Airport is just about 10 kilometers from where we are right now. But yes, what I'm saying here is that these guys are building an access road to the bridge. And what they did is they demolished a section of this road that runs outside of this estate, Windsor Estates, outside of this neighborhood. Right, this is Sheriff Homes. Right, Sheriff Homes. So what they're actually doing is putting an access road all the way through this neighborhood to Heroes Highway in the distance. That's Heroes Highway where we were standing. Right, we're standing just at that junction where they're building a roundabout. And I've come down here to show you what is happening at this point. Right, this is closer to the bridge. We're still at least about 1.25 miles, maybe 1.5 miles from the bridge at this point. We're not in the midpoint exactly, but it's closer to the middle of this access road. And this is the construction that's going on. So they've actually built up the retaining walls for the drains that they were building, and now they're filling in the space between the retaining walls with sand, which is eventually going to become the foundation for a road, right? So what we saw earlier in our previous video, you want to go take a look at that previous video to see exactly what we saw, is that they were building the road between the retaining walls, and you saw that they completed it, more or less completed it. They have trucks standing on the road at that point. But here you can see now they're just building up this deep foundation. As the truck actually got stuck. He's spinning his wheels. He got stuck in the sand. But that's part of the construction, I suppose. So what they're doing is they're filling in this area between the retaining walls with sand. So I guess that eventually eventually you can see that they're building a road. So this is where they are at the midpoint or closer to the middle of this access road. Again, what you're trying to do is to judge what the road is looking like as it's being completed and trying to estimate how much time it will take to complete this road. So at this point it seems as if you can see they've built actually a considerable section. If that is the state of things further south, then they seem to have built up the road to its probably final height in that area, and now they're just working on this section, which is basically the intersection of this access road with the local street, right? Remember this local street, and this is a brand new street that they built only a few months ago, right? This street was paved only a few months ago, and now they're tearing it up, demolished it, so that they can put this access road through this neighborhood. And this is what it looks like on the 21st day of July, 21st day of July 2025. And that's looking east. Right, that's looking east towards Heroes Highway. And beyond this construction site, it's about a quarter of a mile to a half of a mile to get to Heroes Highway from here. Remember, I started out over there and walked all the way over here. And this road now passes beside this local neighborhood, which is Windsor Estates. Right, this is the back of the houses in Windsor Estates. The question is, how is traffic on this access road going to affect the quality of life of these neighborhoods? Somebody commented that this is actually a rich neighborhood, one of the wealthier neighborhoods in the country, and what they're doing is putting a very busy access road to the bridge through this neighborhood. That's the bridge you can see. That's the bridge you can see in the distance. All right, that's behind all of these buildings. But what it's going to mean is that there's going to be a heightened level of pollution, amount of pollution in the neighborhood because of all of the exhaust gases from vehicles. There's going to be particulates, there's going to be noise, right? There's going to be traffic noise, and there's going to be environmental toxins, right? Things like carbon monoxide from the vehicles, carbon dioxide, and some of the heavy metals that normally become airborne. These guys are trying to free this truck. Apparently it got stuck in the sand. Typical regular engineering work. But yes, guys, those are the issues that are being addressed here as we look at a Monday morning at this work site here at Providence. So that's what's up, guys. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. In the comments below, tell me what you think about the construction of the access road here to the Demerara River Bridge from Heroes Highway to the riverbank, and tell me when you think this road will be completed, the access road that is, because the ruling party wants to use this bridge project as part of their campaign strategy. These guys are moving this truck. Apparently the excavator quite powerful, is using a chain to pull this truck out of the sand where it got stuck. But yeah guys, that's what's happening in this neck of the woods. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people see what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world. Might I say, this is the largest, biggest, most expensive construction project in Guyana today. This access road to the Demerara River Bridge. And as you can see, they are making progress. The last time we were here, they hadn't yet built a road. They were still working on the retaining walls. But from what you can see now, not only is the road visible, you know, they're filling in the space between these retaining walls, and they're, I guess, still working on this drain. So that is out to the highway. So let me show you what's happening here. Out to the highway. That road goes out to the highway. And this is what it looks like at this point. This is what the access road looks like here. I guess they've had to fill in the drain here to give this excavator a way to cross over and fill up the space that is to build the foundation of the road, the access road. But this is what the access road looks like today on the 21st day of July 2025. Tell me when you think this is going to be completed. Tell me what you think about the issues that I've raised here, putting this access road through this neighborhood, one of the wealthiest neighborhoods in the country. How do you think that is going to impact quality of life of the people here? And what do you think is going to be the solution to this road through the neighborhood? Because they've actually cut off access.
Attention, low battery.
They've cut off access to the neighborhood from the south because they had to split this road. Tell me what you think they're going to do. Are they going to build an overpass? Are they going to leave the neighborhood
Attention, low
unconnected,
battery.
disconnected? Or are they going to build a T-junction which creates another access point to the bridge? Those are the issues that we're looking at this morning. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana.
Attention, low battery.
Later.
Attention, low battery.